Welcome guys to this second video on trying to remove background from an image. Now, as you can see here, I've opened the image of St. Patrick's Cathedral, the one in Auckland City, and what we're trying to do is remove the sky, the trees, the building here next to the cathedral, these cars here, and just leaving the pavement. We'll have this car still visible, and of course we don't want to cut the heads or the torso off these two young ladies here as well. So what we'll need to do is to basically cut those out, so we have those two ladies there and the pavement and the cathedral and the foreground here as well. Now, to achieve this, this is going to be a lot more challenging than the previous one because of these different kinds of shaded and colors in the background. Okay, let's begin. Okay, what I'm going to do for a start is I still want to unlock this background, so double clicking on background. Okay, bring up the new layer thing, so let's call this cathedral. Okay, I'm going to duplicate this layer, right click on that, and cathedral copy's fine. Let's hide that one and bring the actual one we're working on to the front. So here's our backup if things go haywire. Okay, going to click on the magic wand tool, and I'm going to select, okay, that reason why that went like that is basically because the tolerance here is set quite low. So I'm going to Control D that, put the tolerance up to something like 50, click on that again, and that's a much better sort of result. So notice how the tolerance here allows me to select more shades of blue. In fact, I might just bump that up to 80. Control D, deselect, and try that again. That's actually an even better sort of result. So press delete and we got rid of quite a bit of what I wanted to get rid of right from the word go. Now, some of what we've got up here, the tree, I'm actually going to use the eraser tool later on to get rid of this. Some people frown on using the eraser tool because it's a destructive tool and that we are removing the pixels altogether. I'm comfortable with that with this particular exercise here, and we do have our backup if we do need to get this back at any stage. Okay, so having done that, what I'm now going to do after deselecting is I want to basically work on this area down here. So I want to leave the two ladies in place but take a bit of this section away here at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom up a bit. Control plus allows you to zoom, and then we can scroll down a bit. Okay, now the tool I'm going to use is this one here, the polygon lasso tool. Okay, and let's just begin. So starting here with the edge of the pavement, I'm going to click there. Notice that as I click, that the polygon lasso tool sort of snaps to the edge. Now it's not going to be perfect, and we will refine the edge a little bit later. So just take your time. If you make a mistake like that, press backspace, allows you to go back. You could zoom up even higher res than this. But I think since what we're going to be having here is going to be seen at a much smaller size than this, I think we'll be able to get away with just this here. Okay, let's go along the edge of the cathedral here a bit. Got straight bits, just go straight up. Okay, backspace there. Might just zoom up a little bit more on this section here. Okay, got a little bit of an awkward sort of window there effect from the shading from the office. Okay, now that I've got that, I'm going to go Control minus and go all the way across here, and then back to where it started, which was, if I remember, about there. Okay, so now that I've got that selected, let's press delete. Okay, good. That's the effect I wanted. Okay, let's zoom back out again there. Let's deselect, and as you can see there, it's not a bad sort of result there. Okay, with the two ladies, and we've got the court there, the foreground court. Okay, pretty well selected. Now what I want to do is I want to select basically along here, back up to there. Okay, maybe back down to about where I started, roughly here, and then get rid of all this sort of side here. So let's zoom up a bit, maybe down a fraction there. Right, so let's begin at sort of reference point. Okay, let's go there. Now remember, go along the edge of the cathedral, not the building next to it. Control plus at any stage allows you to zoom in, Control minus to zoom out. Backspace if you make a mistake. Backspace again if you're still not happy with that previous point like I wasn't. Okay, try and be as accurate as you can without getting, too worked up about it. Okay, Control minus. Okay, if you just move the pointer towards the bottom of the screen, allows you to the screen to move down. Just zooming up a bit here again. Do I want that? Looks like a security camera. No, not really. So I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, over to the left hand edge. Zoom out a bit more. Go right to the top of the screen, even off the edge there is fine. There. Let's zoom up a bit, or in a bit. Okay, there will do. And then back to where I started. Okay, let's zoom out. Make sure I've got selected what I want. Yep, press delete. Okay, pretty good results. Okay, so let's Control D that, and I'm going to zoom in a bit. Just use these, go back to the selector tool here, and just want to zoom in on this area here, because what we've got is a bit of the background still underneath the arm here. Okay, and let's zoom in even more. I'm just dragging the image now. Make sure you've got this tool selected to do that. We can even argue that there's a little bit in here that we want to get rid of. So I'm going to try using that polygon tool again. That was not a good place to start, so let's try there. Careful not to remove too much of the coat or jacket. Right, let's delete that, and yeah, probably a tiny bit in here we might want to get rid of. Probably could get away with just leaving that. Okay, let's zoom back out. Okay, so, and let's put that back to the pointer tool there. Okay, so that's a pretty good result. Okay, now if we zoom in a bit though, and look at the edge, you can see that the edge is a little bit not quite as crisp as I'd like it to be. We still seem to have a little bit of the, background just right on the edge there. So what I'm going to do here is I want to select the ladies here, the cathedral, that's basically the foreground area as well, and then we're going to use a tool called Refine Edge. Now to do that, okay, so I'm going to choose the magic wand tool. No, in fact, the quick selection tool. Got that set to about 78, and click in here and then hold down the plus key. Is that going to work for me? Maybe not. Let's try the magic wand tool. No, that's not going to work either. Quick selection. It should be working. Control D. Let's try that again. In fact, I don't need to hold down the shift key. Just keep on clicking near the edge of your selection to add more. Okay, so it's smart enough to realize I didn't want the transparent background there. Okay, now having done that, let's go change that tool back to that one, and that's the top tool there, and let's go to select refine edge. Let's pull it in over here a little bit. Now I'm going to use smart radius. I'm going to smooth the edge a little bit. I'm going to decontaminate the colors, and I'm going to shift the edge slightly back in towards the building. Perhaps feather that just a little bit, and I'm going to bump that up a little bit. And let's click OK, and let's zoom up a bit. As you might be able to see, that's better than what we had before, but since I'm running out of time, okay, and this is about as good as I want to get it at the moment, and since the picture's probably going to be used in around about that size, if we did use this, say, in a header or something, maybe a website about Auckland Inner City or Auckland Cathedral, then that would be fine. Okay, if you're going to use it at this sort of resolution, okay, you may want to make that better. That's that refine edge, but that can be played around with. You can have a little bit of a play with that refine edge tool, but for me this will be quite satisfactory. So we'll catch you in class later.